Annabelle Creation is the prequel to the pretty largely disliked Annabelle, all part of a spin-off set of films in the Conjuring universe, this time directed by Lights Out director David F. Sandberg. And boy, if you thought the Annabelle movies couldn't be redeemed, you thought wrong. This is what a fun, creative rollercoaster ride of a haunted house movie should be, with some Evil Dead nods to spare. And if you're lucky, a preview for It. I'd had pretty low expectations for an Annabelle prequel that would show the origin of how the Annabelle doll was made. The Untold Story movies never grabbed me, but thank God for David F. Sandberg. Lights Out was one of last year's little surprises, but boy, this is next level for him. It's almost too bad he's not directing another horror film after this, or Justice League Dark, but I've got a lot of faith that his next film, Shazam, will be just fine. The film is essentially about a group of orphan girls that have moved into the home of a doll maker, the home of Annabelle. From the Conjuring films, we knew that the doll was possessed by a demonic entity, but we never really knew too much more. What we get is a damn fun ride of a horror film as the girls slowly come into contact with the demonic entity and the terrors it inflicts on them. The film is full of surprises with some genuinely terrifying and creative scares, as well as a plot that actually switches main characters halfway through, and a wonderful sense of visual storytelling. You get the feeling that Sandberg respects the camera enough to let it do the talking, rather than a character with throwaway dialogue. The scenes and scares are set up masterfully with all the information you need to know laid out in front of your eyes, in many cases for you to figure out. Music can make or break a horror film, and luckily here it is superb, with some genuinely chilling tracks that build and calm tension with ease. Sandberg is a master in creating suspense and dread in his scenes, always leaving you listening to the music cues and having a keen eye on the screen to see what comes next. This is definitely worth a communal experience. You will have a lot of fun with people yelling and screaming in the movie theater. Surprisingly and refreshingly, the characters in the film aren't your typical dumb horror characters, although don't get me wrong, there are plenty of questionable choices made. It helps that the cast is pretty damn great, particularly the young talent in Talitha Bateman and Lulu Wilson of Ouija Origin of Evil fame. They are going places. The film is part of a shared Conjuring film universe, with nods to the Conjuring films in it, as well as some brief teasers of the next spin-off character, the Nun from The Conjuring 2, which luckily is brief and still lets the film be its own film rather than a crutch for other films to come. The film isn't super violent, with only one or two gory moments, otherwise relying on good old-fashioned scares that aren't cheap or tailored just for the audience. I wasn't a huge fan of some of the reveals later on in the film, which just felt like exposition dumps to me, and some of the CG and makeup work came across a little bit cheesy at times, but luckily these don't detract from what's a damn fun horror movie. If you're a horror fan, go grab your friends, check this at a late night screening with some popcorn and have a blast. Annabelle Creation is a ton of fun. Annabelle Creation gets an 8 out of 10 from me. Guys, I hope you liked this review. If you did like this review, do remember to hit the thumbs up button and leave a comment down below in the comments section. Have you seen Annabelle Creation? Did you enjoy Annabelle Creation, or are you planning to see it? Do let me know down below in the comments section. If you would like to subscribe to the Mono Report, do hit the subscribe button with the little bell next to it, which will remind you of when the Mono Report uploads new content. And don't forget, you can follow the Mono Report on Facebook and Twitter at the Mono Report. Thank you so much, guys. Don't forget to stay right here for your Mono Fix. Bye, guys.